2.5 years in, the war in Sudan has killed tens of thousands of people and displaced nearly 12 million. Fighting initially broke out as a power struggle between the regular army and the paramilitary rapid support forces. Last month, the RSF captured the city of al-Fasher, the army's last stronghold in the western Darfur region. The UN says the paramilitary group committed ethnically targeted massacres and rapes there, all in a country already facing the world's worst humanitarian crisis. So what's behind the violence in Sudan, and what's the rest of the world doing to stop it?
برضه النهب برضه فيه القتل فيه الجثث فيه الأموات فيه الأسر أسرتنا الآن أسرة واحدة أسر انتهت هنا 5 هنا 6 هنا 2 هنا 3 هنا 4 وماشي باستمرار.
سبحان الله في الطريق مخيف. الحاجة اللي خلاه تكون مخيف شنو؟ لأنه بتلقى جثث واقية، جثث بتاعت ناس، جثث بتاعت أطفال، ملابس بتاعت ناس متقولات، مستندات بتاعت ناس متقولة في الشارع. يعني الشارع والله تقدر تقول زي الأفلام المخيفة دي، يعني أفلام بتاعت رعب.
Testimonies like these are not rare. Over 100,000 people have fled al-Fasher, with eyewitnesses and rights groups saying civilians were targeted for their tribe and skin colour. The International Criminal Court says atrocities committed in the city could amount to crimes against humanity and war crimes.
None of us should be surprised by reports that since the RSF took control of al-Fasher, there have been mass killings of civilians, ethnically targeted executions, sexual violence, including gang rape.
It's not the first time the RSF has been accused of targeting non-Arab groups in Darfur. UN experts say the paramilitary group and its allies killed between 10,000 and 15,000 people, mainly from the Masalit tribe in Al Janina in 2023. Its experts believe the RSF targets specific tribes with the goal of terrorizing, displacing and destroying them, in whole or in part. The RSF denies ethnically targeting civilians. Its chief, Mohamed Daglo, has apologized to the residents of al-Fasher. Survivors from al-Fasher also describe sexual violence. Since the war began, allegations of ethnically motivated rape have been rife. This community-led centre in Port Sudan supports survivors, including many underage girls.
قعدت معه حوالي سنة. خلال السنة دي يعني بقيت عيانة وإجهدت، حصل لي كلبشي، يعني كنت محطمة نفسياً وكان بيضربني وبسكر.
كانت صدمة يعني للآن أنا ما قادرة أتجاوزها. يعني على قدر ما كان بيتذكر اللحظات، بيتذكر الكلام، أشوف البنات الصغار، طريقة التعامل. إحنا ضحايا لشيء ما لنا فيه ولا إيد لا رجل، إنه بيحصل لنا كده ليه؟
The RSF has historic links to ethnic killings. It traces its origins back to the Janjaweed, a predominantly Arab militia accused of genocide in Darfur 2 decades ago. 300,000 people were slaughtered in their campaigns of ethnic cleansing between 2003 and 2008. The Janjaweed was working for then Sudanese ruler Omar al-Bashir and his government. Al-Bashir is wanted by the ICC on counts of crimes against humanity, war crimes and genocide. Rights organisations now worry Sudan is seeing a repeat of the Janjaweed's massacres.
A lot of that violence reminds us of what we saw 20 years ago in Darfur. Ethnic connotation of this violence and the modalities of the violence, again, remind us of what we all condemned and said never again 20 years ago.
Behind the war between the Sudanese military and the RSF is a wider system of alliances. International players back different sides to vie for control of Sudan's natural riches.
The war started as a competition on the power between the two generals. Then it was expenses. The two, they are looking for sources, and the neighboring countries now they are supplying. Especially UAE, they are supplying the RSF with weapons because they have interest in agricultural land, in gold minings, in the Red Sea coast.
Sudan's Red Sea coastline promises access to one of the world's most strategic shipping routes. Sudan's army insists the United Arab Emirates has been sending mercenaries to fight alongside the RSF. The UAE strongly denies doing so. Regional experts accuse Iran, Turkey, Saudi Arabia and Egypt of backing Sudan's military. They too deny involvement. Sudan's regular army has also been accused of atrocities against civilians since the war began. So what is the rest of the world doing to stop the violence? US President Donald Trump announced that he would start working to end the war in Sudan after Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman asked him to do so. A truce proposal sent by the US on behalf of Washington, Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Egypt has been rejected by the Sudanese army, with its chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan calling the mediator group biased as long as the UAE remains a member. The RSF has not accepted the US's latest proposal. Instead, it announced a unilateral 3-month ceasefire, only to continue fighting. Every previous ceasefire agreement has been violated by the warring parties.
He may bring ceasefire, but to bring complete stability to Sudan and complete comprehensive peace, it is something very complicated because the country now is full of arms. There is tens of militia and no one controls those militias.
Analysts warn that Sudan is now de facto partitioned and may prove very hard to piece back together. For civilians caught up in the ongoing conflict, the situation remains desperate. Overstretched camps housing millions inside and outside Sudan face risks such as famine and cholera. According to the UN, 21 million people are facing high levels of acute food insecurity.
في السودان هو حرب وجودية تستهدف إبادة مكونات بعينها وإحلالها بمكونات بديلة، ليس سوى ذلك ولا أقل من ذلك. وقد شاهدتم كيف أن القتل في الفاشر تم ويتم على أساس العرق بل واللون لمجموعات سكانية محددة. فما هي الإبادة الجماعية إن لم تكن تلك هي؟